Hello, governors.
Hello.
How's it doing tonight?
Just gonna smoke a spot of marijuana. Spot of marijuana.
You'll
I
be
can say that.
feeling right as rain after that.
I can say that because I have a prescription. Look at this, Paul. You probably like this. I'm not gonna turn this into a. What was that stupid weed?
Strains you love.
Strains you love. I got this because because of TJ. Actually, it's called Banana Mac. Actually, really dank shit too. But Paul, you live.
Better keep that out of reach of TJ because you know where he'll put it.
Well, yeah, of course. If I lived around TJ, I would not. I'm not insane, dude. I don't want to have a smelly, disgusting, shit encrusted weed receptacle.
No,
not gonna do that.
No, you don't.
But no one can say shit to you, Paul, about weed. Just because one, you're a fucking racehorse when it comes to smoking and ingesting weed. But not only that, like you live in California, so it's like there's no tricks you're not gonna have already been like, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen.
My tolerance ain't what it used to be though. I'm a pretty cheap date these days.
Oh, that's good, honestly, dude. Like I don't remember when you first came to Washington, I told you it's like, man, it's gonna be like a blur because when you first the first time you have access to just highly potent legal weed all around you, it's like I've got a golden ticket, and
yeah, it was pretty crazy. I definitely experienced pretty much all of the daily smoking that I needed to in that 1 year that I was there.
Yeah, but then after that, you just get kind of like, I don't know. Because you live in California's a legal state. Louisiana is not, but if you have a prescription, it might as well be. Maybe as much variety, but I can compare this to any other weed I've smoked anywhere else, like Colorado or any other state, and it's legit shit. And I don't know. I feel like when it comes to it, you just don't really have to be like crazy. This number one, this stuff's so potent. You just don't have to be a crazy smoker. You know what I mean? Like
No.
you can obviously if you want to, but to me, it's like that just becomes a really expensive habit. Like I don't even have to spend that much on weed. Like I spend very little, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same here.
Anymore,
I don't smoke anywhere near what I used to. Nowhere even close.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, the person I know is has picked up the mantle is Stevie. Stevie is like the king pot smoker now. I haven't told
him, yeah, dude. I've watched I chill and watch his streams sometimes when he does them, and he's always like leaning off camera to fucking hit it. He's gone like Stevie. He's started his transformation into the super stoner like while I was still there in Louisiana. Like I saw the beginnings of that transformation because Stevie was a dude like. I remember when I first met Stevie, he might take a puff on the doob or whatever, but he was never like he'd eventually just go like, no thanks, or he'd just pass it along to the next person. And then it went from that to around the time that I left Louisiana to move to Cali.
Yeah.
Stevie was the dude that was initiating the smoke sessions. He was the dude bringing the weed out, bringing a couple J's out, firing them up. He was in full effect. So yeah.
Dude, I played a role in that because I remember we were talking about smoking weed, and Stevie's like, "Oh no, man, I like weed." I kind of like basically that wishy-washy, like, ugh. I said, "Stevie, I know your dad. I know the people you hang around." I said, "Here's what's gonna happen. One day soon, you're gonna become like some super stoner, and then it'll probably taper off at some point in your life." I said, "But when you're young, especially the age you are now, you're probably gonna be a mega fucking stoner in a couple of years." And within that time frame, he even said, "Man, Scotty, you knew it." I'm like, Steve, I just know it was gonna happen. Like I can just tell with your personality. Just knowing your dad. Like, come on, dude. Like it was just like that to me was like a done deal. Some people just love smoking weed or ingesting it or whatever. And Stevie, I'll tell you what them about Stevie too, is his tolerance is insane.
Well, yeah. He's kind of. I think he caught a little bit of the huge gene that made TJ, because he's not quite TJ's size, but he's a big framed dude. So
oh yeah, Stevie,
and he can pack it away for sure. I've had smokes with Stevie where I was fucking waving the joint away, and he was still hitting it in the rotation.
Especially edibles, dude. Stevie eating edibles. That's like, I've seen Stevie just eat ridiculous amounts of fucking shit. I'm like, dude, I don't even know. Stevie, like, I don't know, man. Like, have fun with that. But that's like, That's more than I want.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, the funniest thing ever happened with that actually did not happen to Stevie. One of Stevie's friends was over there, like, and they were like, everyone's doing dabs, right?
Yeah.
And like, we did not realize that this person, I guess they didn't say anything that they didn't dab. Like they didn't know like what that experience was like. They didn't know how much to do it. So of course, you know, like me and Stevie, it's like half gram might do it kind of bullshit, just trying to show off or show up or
Yeah.
basically be an idiot. And so he give his friend like that size hit, and literally the dude was in the bathroom for 8 hours.
Oh my god.
Like he
Poor guy.
he pretty much like camped out there like this, like doing all the shit where it's like, because people don't realize it, like when a lot of people get too high with their body and they're like they'll have an anxiety rush and all this stuff, but like they'll think they're poisoned, like they'll feel like maybe I'm poisoned, so they'll start throwing up, and it's like it becomes this whole ball of wax. I mean, no pun intended for my dabs, but like it becomes this whole thing that you don't want it to be.
Yeah, it gets bad quick when the person's not ready for it, because it really is like dabbing is a cut above smoking.
Yeah, then it was like this person has never dabbed before. I feel like I think we felt like the most horrible people in the world. It was like, oh my god, dude! Like I would have given this person this thing. Like you know, like I used to do that to you, but like the difference is like because I had this big ass bong, and like we pack a bunch of weed in the middle. With me and TJ and Paul would be smoking. I'd pack wax in the middle. Like, here you go, Paul, hit it. But like, I also knew you could handle it. I never thought like,
of course,
that you were gonna like if you'd hit it and you were like freaked out one time or something, or you're like, oh, I feel awful, oh, I'm sick. Like, I wouldn't have been doing it. Like, it was more like just a joke between us. But like, to do it to someone who has no experience, that's fucked up.
Indeed, it is. Well,
what we got here?
We got some public freakouts, Scotty. Plebs didn't quite make it, but I thought we'd watch a couple of these before we got to the main course. 6. It might be the most comprehensive collection of TJ's cringe poetry.
I think it is. You can't even find this stuff on YouTube anymore, to be honest. TJ is like either private or scrubbed it or something. Like, TJ tries to censor the stuff, but we're going to give it to you guys. And you know what? If TJ wants to stop it, he can show up right now. Yeah, TJ's your last chance. Like, you know what? Full disclosure, I will not do the segment if TJ shows up right now, gets on bended knee and begs me and you, and begs us literally, just like, guys, please don't do it. I'll be embarrassed. Like, like if he humiliates himself in front of everyone here, I'm a gracious person. I will, you know what I'll do? I'll only do half as much. I'll only do half as much, and I'll pull some punches. No, I actually won't do the segment. I'm a man of my word. I won't do the segment if TJ shows up right now. He didn't show up. Yeah, he was given an opportunity. Now, let TJ not say that. He was given an opportunity tonight to defend himself and to beg himself on bended knee. Also, I want to see him crawl across the ground in front of me too. I want to make, and I want it to be dirty. I don't want it to be clean. I want it to be like dirty and disheveled and like maybe some rocks and stuff. I want his clothes to be tattered, humiliated. I want to see a look of desperation in his eyes. And if he looks like that and begs us, then we won't do it.
Yep, that sounds like, hey, that's a fair offer, TJ. Come on.
I think a fair and gracious offer.
Gone. Well, he didn't show up. He's got until we watch these couple of public freakouts.
Okay, fair. I mean, we're being fair. That,
offer rescinded. Let's see what we got here.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
What do you mean by bro? This is an English class.
Oh, we hair-lipped the professor.
I like this. Like you were talking about Socratic seminars earlier. Like I like talking discussion. Like I don't know. I'm just.
Am I your bruh, Logan?
Bruh. Oh my god, dude! This
am I your bro?
He's having a bad day, bro. Yeah, this is just a teacher fucking flipping out. I love it. Here, I'm gonna crank up the volume a little bit on this if I can. Oh, it's not going to let me do it easily because it's in fucking, I'm using a private window. It doesn't load your apps. Fuck. Oh, well, it should be fine. I can hear it fine. Make sure it's all the way up. Yep.
I can hear it too.
Okay.
I don't know. Logan, am I your bro?
Am I your bro?
No, I am not. I am your professor.
I don't know when I'm mute.
You got a problem, Logan? You got a serious problem. You fucked up, Logan.
Dude. And dude, at the level of like when it's like college and shit, I mean, like these guys can pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. Like you can say, oh, they can't or whatever. Like, I'll tell you what, because Taylor's been going to college, you know, it's a whole different ball of wax. Like, because I mean, like I have never gone to it or college. I mean, I've been to college campuses and shit, obviously, but like just seeing how some professors are, it's like there's literally for like some that are like, but it's crazy. You will get some that are like very hand-holdy and like I'm super understanding, and some are just like this. We're like, I don't give a shit. You have a problem with me, I'm gonna freak out on you. I'll make whatever insane demands I want to make, and if you don't do it, you fail. You know, and it's like that's it.
Yeah,
you got to roll with the punches.
It definitely. I'm a 3-time college dropout, so I've had my fair share of college classes, and they are
for sure. Then
they are fucking. College professors are not having it. They won't take like some of them are easygoing. Like you get a chill professor that knows how to roll with the punches. It's pretty fun. But most of them are very much like this. They ain't got a fucking single second for bullshit. They'll fail you just because they don't like you. They don't, you know, like you really got to play the game for sure.
Oh yeah.
And Logan done fucked up calling his professor bruh.
Dude, this bruh's gonna fucking fail your ass. Yeah, I prophesy Logan failed this course. I mean, I think if maybe it's not decided, he still has a chance. He can go and grovel and be like, "Look, professor, I'm sorry, I spoke out of class and I didn't." You know, like maybe he could do some little groveling bullshit. You know what's funny too is you learn about these university systems as well, Paul. Is that like people will fuck up and like flunk out of these classes or just blow them off, and then you find out like. In all these majors, this is the only professor that teaches this. This person that's trying to avoid this is at some point just going to bite the bullet and deal with it. And this might be the situation with this guy here. Logan might have to fucking pass this dude's course. It might not be optional for him. Like he might be a business major or some shit and think this is a waste of his time. And that's when you get shit like this. This is probably what's going on. Is it's probably not his major that this class he's in. So he's just like, this is a blow off class. This is fucking stupid. I don't give a shit. And Professor here, like, he's getting triggered, dude. He's fucking upset. Like, I feel like he's got almost like tears in his eyes.
Yeah, he looks like he's shaking with rage.
Don't piss off a nerdy dude with no social skills. They don't handle it well.
He looks like he's in a fucking red shirt Star Trek outfit, too.
Yeah, it looks like it's like some like, you know, like crappy COVID version of it. Like we're gonna be like we're on the Enterprise, but we can't be, you know, with each other. So I'll pretend I'm on this part of the bridge.
Yeah,
it looks something like that.
Oh, it was just an optical illusion.
Has anybody ever heard the term natural law language?
Wow. Right back into it, man. What a recovery. He stuck the landing, told Logan he fucked up, and now he's right back into it.
Logan, you fucked up.
Wow. That man was capital T triggered. He was great.
Beautiful.
I love it. Bet Logan keeps his fucking mouth shut from now on.
Oh, there's some wise people here. They've got life figured out.
So yeah, pro-life protesters.
So what about with all those
So let's see. Let me blow this up.
babies that God killed at Passover?
All the babies that God killed at Passover.
Their firstborn sons, you know?
Yeah, they were killed for a reason, to make Pharaoh wake up and realize
God could have just killed Pharaoh.
Right.
Why not?
God could have spared them all by not making them slaves in the Bible. Couldn't God just go like, you're not a slave?
Yeah, he could like snap his fingers and change the course of history, right? Like, why did he need to kill a bunch of babies to make a point?
Right.
Did he just like appear to Pharaoh?
But yet again, remember, because God does it though, Paul, slaughtering the firstborn children is actually permissible. Totally fine.
Sure, yeah.
Children had to die so that Pharaoh could learn a lesson.
the people who were not believers in him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So God's willing to sacrifice children.
Whatever happens to their children.
I see this sign here. It says God is pro-life. What does that mean?
God is pro-life?
Yeah.
That's just what it means. Yes. God created life.
Didn't God kill everybody on earth except for Noah and some farm animals on an ark?
That fat fucking chud can't fucking process it. He's like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
He can't argue with his own bullshit. His own bullshit has trapped him. That's the
Yep.
best thing about when people do this gotcha shit with Christians, because they have no answers. They have a fucking with like science or skepticism or something. Your worldview can change. It can evolve. You can gain more knowledge. You can learn more things. Like with these people, they have to stick with the static shit. So he can't say no, that didn't happen. God didn't kill all these people. He has to admit that God is a genocidal fucking misanthropist that killed everyone on the planet, and not even the people, the animals too.
Yeah.
What the fuck did the animals do?
It's a very pro-life position to take, to exterminate all life except for a few examples of it.
And ostensibly a bunch of animals and shit that didn't do anything wrong.
Dude, this dude's brain blue screened and hard rebooted right in front of our eyes, bro.
That's like Windows 95 crashing in this dude's head.
I gotta see that shit happen again.
It's beautiful.
Hold on, I gotta go back a little farther. Let's see.
Almost on an ark.
He does.
Didn't God kill everybody on Earth?
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
dude, I've literally never seen someone blue screen in real life. He literally did this.
Yeah, his eyes rolled back. Oh
His
my god! I'm surprised he didn't collapse.
His
Legs
pea
kept
brain
going.
couldn't think of anything.
Not a single fucking thing.
That's bad, man. Like, at least just throw something out. Like, at least a fuck you at that point. If you're gotten that, you just, like, at least be like, fuck off or get away. Something.
Yep. Oh god, what is this, Scotty? What have you
Up
unleashed
close
upon
and
us this time?
I call this one up close and personal.
Oh my god, man! I can smell her breath through the internet, bro. I can smell the fucking avocado toast from here that she had for lunch. Oh, gross.
Away with it, 'cause I'm American. It's my property. Okay, then give me your full name.
Why would
really,
you be violent if you're a weakling?
This is the weakest attempt to bust down a door that I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, I don't get this with people. If you're a weak motherfucker, don't even bother making it a physical thing. Like, you just shouldn't. If all you can muster is you don't need to talk shit on anybody. Like, this person must have just no idea about the physical reality around them, because you're a weak son of a bitch. And if you try to fight anybody, you're gonna get fucking dropped. You try to fight a toddler, they're gonna knock your ass out. I'm not saying like I'm some big tough guy, but if I at least want to pound on someone's door, I can make a respectable pounding noise.
Yeah, this is pretty pathetic.
This is fucking pathetic. Hey. Don't break your hand on that door.
Show me some illegal paperwork, because I know you didn't buy this house. You don't have enough money.
Man, look at that fucking dank ass, how that fucking dank breath fogs up that lens so quick.
So xenophobia immediately. You're illegal. You didn't buy, you don't have enough money. So then we have the real issue here. This person is racist and can't stand that, I guess, someone moved in that doesn't look right in their neighborhood. So now they have to come harass their neighbors because for the fear, essentially for the crime of existing.
Yep.
Get off my property. Is Mike and Leslie your real estate agent?
Gross.
Ugh.
You know that she could hear you from back there, right? You don't have to
do it, bitch.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know that the microphone is picking her up fine from where she's at. It's
not often you get a view of someone like this up close and see how truly disgusting they are, but like this is a case of like, wow, what an absolutely revolting human being with like revolting ideas that has to show up. Like, dude, you're gonna have to, like, in my mind, if there's a video of you yelling at someone on like their porch, it's got to be some pretty crazy shit for me to be like, you know what, I'm on your side on this one. Like, that person should have done that crazy ass shit. It's like, if you're just existing, like, what are you doing? Why are you there? Like, I can understand arguing with someone in person because you can look them in the eye, like, here's my grievance with you. Arguing with a fucking Ring doorbell. Move on with your fucking life. Really, look at what you're fucking doing.
Yep.
American citizen angry at your assholes.
Wow, your level of achievement is you were born in a country and you're a citizen of it. Pathetic.
Wow. Oh boy. Well, I hope that wet your whistle, because we have some amazing atheist cringe poetry to go through.
TJ, you
I'm
thought
gonna-
this stuff was dead. You thought it was dead.
I turned this way up because TJ likes to do this. Really,
I will talk this.
the world crashes down around my head, and I revel in the junk pile. My heart breaks like weeping willows. It's like, oh, here we go. Here we go, y'all.
That's actually better.
You
than
feel
TJ's
blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like Woods Kebab's right French? Get French,
This cringe blog intro is pretty cringe.
Can't sleep.
It is.
Death is near. Maybe not. But still, the fear of death is here.
Death is near.
I want to live and breathe and play and have a love to hold one day. But
Oh my God.
love doesn't live here.
Oh my God. So this is TJ's problem with this one. TJ's like, I'm gonna die and no one loves me and I don't have a true love. So boo-hoo. I need to get a girlfriend immediately. Please get me a girlfriend now.
Mm.
That's what this reeks of.
This is girlfriend bait for sure. If only somebody would love me, slide into my DMs like a penguin sliding across the cold Antarctic ice in the sunless months.
Death is near. I hear his whispers in my ear.
I'll be dead. That's
Says I'm living like the dead. Not
Dude, this is what happens if you give fucking Rob Zombie a Quaalude, bro. You give Rob Zombie give Rob Zombie a big old fucking dose of Xanax, and this is
and tell me
happens.
single. Look, Rob, you're single.
Yeah.
You're single, you're ready to mingle.
Holy shit, bro.
Please
just be
give me a
dead
date
instead.
so I can stop.
Wasting time on a loveless life.
I masturbate.
Touch. That's all I want. Hard, soft, kind, cruel. Something to let me know I'm not dead yet.
I'm dead inside without your love.
Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches.
Oh my God.
Slam into the back of my Dragula. Oh my goodness.
Pain, anguish. I feel my death. It's creeping near. Unless your digits slide into my DMs.
Oh boy. Oh man, this is cringe.
disease.
This is cringier than I remember it being, honestly.
Dude, it's bad, dude. Well, you know what? Honestly, a lot of these were curated. Like the ones that are even left were like not even the worst ones. Like this is actually a compilation of shit that TJ might not even have copies of these anymore. He probably doesn't.
I mean, he's probably done everything in his power to get rid of these, I would imagine.
Yeah,
he'll probably DMCA this dude when we're done. How many views does this have? Let's see. It's been up for 8 years, 16K views. All right. What are the chances we find a Tajikafant in the fucking comments and it doesn't even take us very long to get it? And they're like, actually, his poetry is really good.
I mean, they can, hey, look, it's art. They can interpret however they like. We're interpreting the way we want.
These
Here's the
poems
good
are
thing.
even deeper than that banana.
Here's the thing, though, Paul. We're creating another record of this video. This is going to be on this channel. This is going to be available. And I'll make sure to download this video. I'm going to download this cringe vlog video and this video to make sure there's always a record of this available for public viewing.
This guy is bananas. Dude, I love these fucking 8 and 9-year-old fucking
Yeah.
banana jokes. It's still happening 8, 9 years ago.
So this was dug up because the banana shit happened. This is what it sounds like.
That's what it
well,
sounds
maybe-
like, yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, well, that's probably a little bit older than that, but yeah, that's when everything, when people talked about TJ, they didn't know anything else about him. The banana shit would always come up. I mean, it still does
Dude,
to a limited degree, but
even the Tajika fans haven't fucking come here. Wow.
there is a place they dare not go.
Yes.
They cannot see.
I'm not dead yet. Am I?
I am a prophet in the age of death. You lovely little gray creature. You apotheosis of all nothingness.
So TJ just learned the word apotheosis. Oh, TJ, you look like some weird. You're like some weird alien in like a 90s video game that's telling me shit, but I'm too dumb or too stoned to understand it.
Oh my god, dude. Oh. Is this role play here? Like I'm getting that feeling. No, this is slam poetry, dude. This is
TJ had
slam
like
poetry.
TJ has a channel, The Amazing Atheist. Yes, TJ Does Life, and he had briefly TJ Does Poetry or something along the lines of that. And TJ had a poetry channel that actually had pretty respectable number of people following it back in the day. TJ actually only stopped doing it because he could not remember the username and password for that. It's the only reason
damn.
he told me that he actually stopped doing it. Well, obviously he never wanted this shit to exist after that point, but
Dude, I think TJ needs to do some fucking modern cringe poetry, dude.
he does.
He needs to unleash some more of this on us.
Dude, I'll tell you what, Paul. I haven't said before the show, would never be willing to do any cringe poetry, but I'm willing to do it if TJ will actually create new cringe poetry. I would do the same.
If TJ will read a few of his, I'll go get my fucking book from my teens and 20s. I'll read some poetry up out of it.
Yeah, I see
I'll
no
unleash
reason.
some of my own cringe into the world.
So the good thing about TJ is he doesn't have to go back to the past. We can ask TJ, write about your current feelings now, and that's just good enough.
Right.
I guess let's proceed.
You generator of vast loss, you soulless inebriant, you self-flagellating absorber of lesser sins, how I adored
TJ.
your woeful finger-pointing dance. Come kiss me with teeth, with bloody markings. Come tear me apart for my amusement. Come spread me like jelly. Come roast me like
shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're really seeing inside the mind of TJ. Spread me like jelly, roast me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is TJ signaling, man. TJ's putting it out there like, look, if someone wants to eat me, if someone wants to turn me into a TJ jelly, I'm down. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Spread me like jelly. Yeah.
Spread me like fucking jelly. Spread me like a piece on a fucking toast. Take the toast and spread the TJ out. 2 coats.
Roast me like a suckling pig, bro.
But don't ever hurt my feelings, or I will shatter stars just to choke you on the dust. I will burn whole cities just to fill your eyes with their smoke.
Do it.
This is TJ channeling the Joker here for sure.
Dude, all right, TJ. I've hurt your feelings before. I don't see any burned cities. I don't see any shattered stars.
Yeah, dude, he didn't shatter
Empty
no stars.
threats. Empty fucking threats. Empty ass poetry. TJ, I think this is all just like, look, I hate to psychoanalyze you, but TJ, this is all just your latent desire, your latent lust coming out, and you're just trying to find either like some sort of physical connection, and you're trying to signal the values you want that person to hold, mainly that they want to turn you into jelly and roast you like a succulent pig. And you're just putting that out there. You're putting those feelers out there. Be like, look, if someone is looking for a relationship and wants to roast me like a succulent pig, I'm open to both of those things.
Yes. TJ is doing this unironically. Yes.
Yes. This is unironically done.
This was not presented as like satire or whatever. TJ wrote poems and he read them. He's the sad thing is he's got a good read.
Oh no,
Like
the read is good.
Yeah, he puts a lot of emotion into the read, but oh my god, man, this is very dark poetry here, TJ.
This is very edgy. This is super edgy poetry.
I'm bleeding out over here already, and we're only 2 minutes into this 6-minute fucking endeavor.
When I scream to be heard. I am anger as well as love. I cannot be one or the other. I am both, and you must love both, or neither.
Names were rationed out among
love
the
me
people.
or hate me then. The message of TJ, you gotta love me for everything I do. You know, even though I want to be turned into fucking jelly or pudding or whatever it is this week, you gotta love me for all my flaws. You gotta hate me. No in between with TJ. That sounds like TJ, an extremist. Extremist. Now,
Only
what
a
is this
Sith
one?
deals in absolutes. I don't know what this one is.
This one I vaguely remember seeing before, but I don't remember. Like, I'm sure it's edgy, cringy crap. Let's just be honest, it's TJ.
Let's see.
Is it about death?
Names were rationed out among the people, and everyone fought over the J's and M's, which were in short supply in those days.
Where did he find this like tinkly music box thing that he's doing? Where did he get that?
There's also this super close up.
Yeah,
it's a little too close, TJ. I mean, like I can see up your nostril pretty much. A little too close. Maybe back it up a little bit. Let me see, check your whole face, TJ. I don't know. Composition not your best here.
No, this is not a great shot.
My father drove a bus to and from places where no one lived and no one wanted to go. And before any of us knew it, we had resorted to several subtle forms of cannibalism.
Oh, here we go.
Ah, dude.
Didn't take long.
Oh, yeah, there it is. That's what this is all about, dude.
Didn't take long.
I mean, like, it was weird, and then suddenly it's like the tonal shift of like, we went places no one wanted to go, and by the way, everyone were cannibals, and they all wanted to eat me.
And as I strode alone through the darkness, a voice said, TJ, I would like to roast you in my oven like sweetmeats and drizzle fine wines upon your crooked cooking flesh.
Doesn't take long for him to get there, dude. Gotta go there. These are like just TJ's vor poems, dude. That's what it is.
They are.
Growing babies like figs on the trees that filled our disorganized orchards. We were well fed but often hungry, and the occasional thunderstorms did little to alleviate the oblique and ponderous boredom that slithered through the cracks in our veneer of oligarchic self-assurance. My brothers often tell me those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days, huh?
Yep. Those were the good old days.
Oh man, TJ. No. That's just like that's like some like whiny, ponderous shit. And I don't like it. And I don't even like it because it's depressing or bleak or whatever. I think it's super derivative, to be honest with you. I feel like you ripped off like a Marilyn Manson music video and you put some really obnoxious music and you put all this shit around it. Because you didn't have the balls to stand up and read your bad poetry, TJ. And I don't like that. I feel like you're hiding behind this other shit. Yeah, I'd have more respect for this bad poetry if you just got up and said, like, here's my bad poetry. That's it. You don't like it? Fuck you. And you just read it. But you hid it behind all this other stuff and weird camera angles and like, nah, don't hide behind this shit. Put your shit out there.
Filter up. Yeah. Let us see your soul, TJ.
When the living mourn life and the moon never sets and everyone's gone, even those who never left. When the earth is gray and the sky is gray and the wind won't blow and the children won't play. When the rain burns flesh and the oceans have dried and the only God left is just dirt deified. When the shit buries the fan and the universe collapses and everything dies and nothingness relapses. When all is pure blackness and there's not a speck left and the book finally closes, its reader's heart bereft, I will remain.
Your bad poetry will remain. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. It will remain.
It remains to this day.
Oh man. I didn't hate that one as much as the others. I will say that.
Yeah, that one was better than the others. It didn't digress immediately into
Cannibalism.
Yeah, eating people like figs or whatever.
All right, so is TJ going to mention someone being eaten in this poem?
I think the smart money is yes, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Could you be crueler than you are, punching holes in my iron skin, transposing your dilemmas onto the rough and ragged stigma in my soul's vast range of emblemic and unpolished statues?
Oh my God! Pause it. Emblemic.
Yes.
TJ. You
Dude,
are
TJ
full of
was
shit.
dry humping the thesaurus, dude.
Dude, yeah. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using a fucking thesaurus if you're writing poetry or in anything really.
Yeah.
But I've never heard you use that fucking word except in this video. I've never heard you use that shit. This is like fucking total pretentious TJ crap.
Yep.
The other one's not so much. This is the first time I feel like we're getting super pretentious, TJ.
This one does have the stinky air of self-superiority about it for sure. This is like I said, he's dry humping the thesaurus on this one, dude.
Yeah,
he's gonna start a friction fire here in a minute.
Gods. I call it my heart. Have you seen it, my dear? Does it mean anything to you? How does it taste? I have seasoned it with loathing for your every word and deed and intent. I call it my heart. Have you seen it?
I took my fucking the minute I was like, I've seasoned. It's like, yep, nope. How about eating hearts now?
Thesaurus Rex.
TJ and fucking Army Hammer, dude.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Those two should fucking chill, man. They have that common bond. I'm gonna eat your heart.
Yep.
I don't want you to hurt me. I
You've hurt
want
me
you
already,
to give
TJ.
me the virtuous gift of pain.
Whoa! Yet again, dude. Now beat my butt, beat my ass, beat me. I'm a bad little piggy, and I deserve to be punished.
Will it go to cannibalism though?
Almost certainly.
Before that long moment when my moments come to an end,
Case of death. Yep.
I am
I'm gonna
just
die.
another spike on your bracelet. Just another loose idea. How will you do it? Knife Cleaver Club? Appraise me first.
Yep. Here it is. Yep.
Knife Cleaver Club. Yep. How are you gonna? So basically, TJ is like, the point of view is basically like, I can't wait to be just another notch on your belt of like, yep, TJ sure was a good meal.
Yep. Appraise him like you're appraising a prize pig at the butcher shop.
I hope I am to your liking. Now do it, before the thrill of it is muted. I see your kind eyes hovering over me like masters with whips. Your irises to me become large enough to eclipse the sun, and soon the stars and moon will be ours. Yours, I mean. I am only meat.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Prize
Yep.
pick, TJ. I could have ended better, dude. I am meat.
I am only meat. Born in the wrong generation, TJ. Yep.
Oh shit, dude.
Born in the wrong generation.
TJ
Indeed.
will one day lead a cannibal cult. I'm telling you, man. I think when it comes down to it, though, I don't think TJ would actually ever go through with being eaten. I think TJ would be the one doing the eating. If we're just being completely honest.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
he would think about it, and it's like, yeah, I would like to be eaten. Like now, TJ will definitely probably be eating that. Like, but he'll make him do it like the end of his life. Like, oh shit, I'm dying. All right, when I'm dead, way to pass on my spirit is you got to eat me then.
You just moved to South America where there's tribes and shit that still do that.
Cool.
Go down there and get eaten.
Like, come on, eat me.
You say Marilyn Manson is his favorite artist? No way. I know. It's so hard to spot him.
Yeah, that is, guys. I know it's difficult to believe. Another thing I gave to TJ, God, just so much I've given to TJ, and so little he gives back in return.
Yep.
I think it's true for everyone.
Here's a Burger King employee slapping the fuck out of a kid because he made a mess.
Dude, we need to do this to more kids at Burger King. I hate Burger King, and I'm not going to go there, but this is at least hope for the company. Mop up your mess, you little son of a bitch.
Damn. Get mopping. Wonder if that's like his kid or something. Or his little brother. So this is just somebody else's kid, and he's like holding him hostage and slapping him. I can't tell what language is being spoken in this either.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No, you're gonna mop.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you little shit.
Sounds like Mother Russia to me. Yeah, they're speaking Russian for sure.
Yes, comrade.
That little fat kid knew better than to talk back, though. He just mopped.
Yeah, it's like oh, dude, this would never happen in America. They'd be like 10 lawsuits, people losing their minds. Like,
oh my
this
God,
little shit's made a mess. They made a mess.
They did.
And the best thing for them to do is go clean up their goddamn mess. Is that too much to ask people? You made a giant mess. The other one, look, he wants to have his little smart mouth. Get a little pop on his mouth. Maybe think twice about fucking around at Burger King.
I don't condone corporal punishment, but I bet those kids didn't make a mess next week at the fucking Burger King.
I bet you not.
What else we got here? Cop on a power trip stops him for speeding and threatens to pepper spray him if he doesn't exit the car for safety reasons.
You like the twist in this one.
I bet I will. It's gonna pepper spray somebody for their safety. Got it.
Sorry? You pulled me over for speeding, and now you're threatening to pepper spray me because I'm not cooperating. You can write me a speeding ticket, and then you can go on your way. But you're threatening to drag me out of my car and pepper spray me.
Now, I need
you want
to
elaborate?
You to your car for my safety.
Why is that?
Because I don't know what's going on with you, okay? So
you pulled me over for speeding.
All right. Ready?
Are you ready?
Okay.
What's your name?
Deputy Stowers.
Stowers, perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to be popular for this, man.
Why aren't you hosing him?
Go ahead.
Allegedly 60 in the 55, and you're going to pepper spray me because
It's
you're
45,
afraid for your life?
I don't. You're not acting normal.
No, I'm frustrated because.
Oh yeah, you're always typical cop shit. You're acting crazy. We just want to check on you, make sure you're okay. Right. The law really cares about me.
This guy's pretty fucking great too. He remembered to say allegedly so that he can fight the ticket.
Yeah, I allegedly did that. It's like, right.
Yeah, dude. This is definitely like a power trip gone wrong for this guy. This is why they want to make laws against filming police actions. Because so many police actions are these frivolous fucking power flexes on people. And it gets kind of hard to do this when people have got recording devices on hand. Notice the cop is not brandishing the pepper spray anymore now that he's been made completely aware he's being filmed.
50 miles an hour. You
putting it
were
away.
going 60 to catch up with me.
Why are you putting the
50,
OC away,
isn't
bud?
Even illegal.
Okay.
And now you're pulling your pepper spray out.
Put your phone down, bro.
No.
No. He's
why?
not putting his phone down.
I have a pepper spray.
He doesn't know how to work his fucking pepper spray.
You're so lucky.
Dude, that's the universe trying to protect
It's out, dude. Fucking Barney Fife here, dude. I'm gonna pepper spray. Oh, I'm out. Oh! A fucking
Dude,
moron.
What a
He's
class
out.
A fucking idiot, bro. What a goon.
Dude, they did not lie on this. You got to be dumb to become a cop. Like he does. So this guy's relying on this pepper spray to be a deterrent, and he's literally out. Yeah,
Yep.
that's gonna really work out well for you, my friend. Dude,
You
how
can
could they
tell
be
this
so
cop has
fucking
just got absolutely no preparation for anybody to even minutely question one of his stupid fucking commands and shit. It's another brain reboot happening.
Oh,
You
dude,
guys
there's
missed
so
the
many.
epic line at the end. I mean, it ran out. What did we say? What did he say?
What was it? Okay, yeah, I mean, shit.
Let's see.
Yeah, if there's a line at the end, we'll hear it.
That's the universe trying to protect both of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it.
Not really. That's just a dumbass fucking cop that doesn't know how to handle his fucking gear and shit. Running around with an empty pepper spray can.
There's so many great videos of police just making absolute asses of themselves, and not even like doing anything crazy, just like getting mad at someone for saying "fuck the police" or something. Like, just like they're so like just hair trigger temper, where it's like, "Police suck." What you say? Are you all right? I'm checking on you. Like there's all these little cop tricks where they try to pretend like when they get pissed off that it's like they're trying to somehow help you out or there's something they're doing for you. It's like, no, you're a little crybaby and someone hurt your feelings. And instead of just saying, you know what, people are going to piss me off and I disagree with them, but I'm not going to abuse my position as a cop and go and try to accost them and try to hassle them. But no, that happens all the time. These guys lose their fucking minds. I mean, I've seen it happen time and time again. It's not even like surprising. And the only reason this dude didn't get pepper sprayed and probably a bunch of other shit is because this dumbass was out. If he hadn't been out, he would have pepper sprayed him for basically for basically disagreeing with him. I mean, well, at least from this perspective of this video, like maybe there's something else that was going on. Like the guy had 10 felony warrants, but it just seems to me like he wasn't going to go along with the program, which is like, officer. Like, look, if you're going to be a cop, there's going to be citizens that are going to fucking talk back to you and not agree with the shit you're doing. And unless they're doing something to like actually stop you from doing your job, too fucking bad.
I got ticketed and arrested for weed in a weed legal state in a way completely contrary to the Constitution here, all because I didn't want to answer a bunch of nosy questions. Yeah. That's basically what it is now. Like and most people don't want the hassle of checking the cops when they do this. It's just like a cop has absolutely no right to, because what that guy what he was trying to do is get the guy out of the car so he could implicitly, like he could say that he implicitly agreed to a search of his person and his vehicle. He was hoping to flip that vehicle and gaffle this dude up with a joint in his car or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Or find a weapon or something.
Well, yeah, the first step is when someone gets out of a vehicle, courts have determined that you can frisk them. You know, you can because it's reasonable to say, I'll make sure you don't have a weapon. You're right, Paul. Then it's like, oh, found drugs on you. They don't do that. Then you're right. The next thing is the fishing expedition. Like, hey, you look glassy eyed, or I smelled something come out of that car. You smoking weed in that car? I mean, if you just tell me, it'll be cool. I just got to know. Okay, where's that weed out? Well, I have to search the vehicle now. And then you're right. Gaffle this guy up. Oh, maybe he's got a gun and weed. Oh, great. Maybe I can make some big bust. Maybe I can fucking gaffle this dude up. A lot of times with the police, if you watch these encounters, they're fucking fishing expeditions. There's clear times where someone's clearly guilty of something too. But a lot of times it's just shit like this. Like, what can we get this person to admit? What can we get this person on? How can we fucking get this person into the system where they're paying us money for fucking years of their life over some bullshit like a fucking joint or some stupid shit?
I had this type of fucking cop pull me over when I was a teenager. I've told the story before, but just these fucking squirrely ass cops pulls over the girl that was driving the car I was in for fucking speeding. And it was a low amount over too. She wasn't fucking careening down the road. She was, 5-10 miles over. Threatens to shoot me because I had to reach and give her purse. Pulls her out of the car with no reason to do so, to stand by the side of the freeway, by the way, which is incredibly dangerous at night, and gives her a very loud lecture that everybody else in the car can hear about how she's hanging out with a bunch of fucking little scumbags, and if she keeps hanging out with people like that, she's going to end up a scumbag. She's just like, all of this shit had nothing to do with her speeding.
No.
So He just decided that he wanted a little power trip that night, and he wanted to scare a teenage girl into crying, which he did, and scare a bunch of teenage boys that were in the car with her, which he did. Probably went home with a big fucking stiffy and fucking went out and did it the next day too. See, this is why like there needs to be ultimate accountability. Because I say this, but I always take the chance to say it. Police are the most powerful public official in the world. They are the only people that are sanctioned to literally pull a gun on you and blow your brains out all over the sidewalk.
Yep.
And so they should have maximum accountability for every action. Because if you're going to empower people to that much, obviously from videos like this and stories like I just told and the endless litany of stories about this, sometimes ending in the tragic deaths of people, that power is too fucking seductive for some people to not abuse. That's why there needs to be ultimate accountability over police. And as it stands right now, there
not at all.
isn't.
Not at all, man.
I mean, it's a positive thing. The move towards body cams and shit is positive, but you've seen like those body cams just get turned off or malfunction or whatever.
They fall off.
Yeah. There needs to be full fucking accountability on every police officer, no matter what the nature of their job is. Like, I don't care if they're just fucking, telling a person not to loiter or fucking telling a jaywalker to use the fucking crosswalk next time or whatever. Every goddamn bit of that ought to be archived till the end of time, in my opinion, because the way these cops act has to be scrutinized by a non-police government entity. A separate government entity that is not part of the police department has to look at this shit. That's another thing that's a problem with this move toward the first thing that happens is the police department investigates itself.
That's completely laughable. I mean, that's the most laughable thing. Like when I hear that, I mean, and there's some municipalities and subdivisions, like political subdivisions in the U.S. that there is some form of police oversight that is like civilian. That's not just purely the police, but that should be the case in every police department in the United States, anywhere in the world, really. A diverse group of people to hold them accountable. It's like, look, if the police truly acted justly and correctly under our laws, there shouldn't be a problem with that. That scrutiny should be welcome because that like you're talking about having the public trust the police force of a country. That's how it happens. Is when you feel like if the police took an action as extreme as killing someone, there was a very good, legitimate reason, and the evidence will demonstrate and show that beyond any sort of reasonable doubt, any reasonable expectation, that the danger to life and those in the community was so great that maximum lethal force had to be used on a person. And like for that criteria, there has to be a very high and steep criteria. Because if it's not, and like we have in the United States, then it's varying answers. Like sometimes the police, it is handled correctly. The police are charged with the crime. And it's evident these police officers are guilty, and they actually do face that. But a lot of times it's not. It's like we have a case here where Louisiana state troopers beat a guy named Ronald Green in Louisiana to death. The governor of this state knows they acted incorrectly and brutalized him and beat him to death, and nothing happened to them. Like that makes no fucking sense. There is a video of it. There's evidence of it. How can you say that we have an equal justice system if you're going to let these criminals masquerade as police officers and basically they're just fucking thugs, go and kill somebody and just get away with it, and then go, oh well, why don't people trust the police? Why? Oh, we're under siege out here. It's like, you should be. You're a bunch of fucking liars and you kill people and you get away with it. If anyone else did that, if I went and killed somebody and beat them to death with a bunch of other people, I would go to jail where I would belong for killing somebody. But you guys just get a fucking pass.
Yep.
Or you can be rich. That's another thing in America. You can be fucking rich. If you're super rich, that's not worth it. They have too much money. Let them go. What do they do? Sex trafficking or something? I don't know. A lot of details.
Yep. Yeah, and there really is no impetus on these police organizations to self-police, to use a bad turn of phrase. They just don't. In fact, everything points to the fact that there's a little good old boys club, and that when it's left in their incapable hands, they just sweep shit under the rug. Even like Scotty said, even when they're caught in fucking 4K on camera, there's a chance that they just walk away from it with a slap on the wrist.
Think about this. There's more scrutiny for like people like Joe Biden and Donald Trump than there is for the average cop. I mean, for the most part, and like there's more oversight. Oh, Congress is going to investigate the president. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to subpoena people. There's at least like a performative element to that. With police, it's like we're going to investigate ourselves. It's like if Trump was being investigated, to take it back to that. And who's going to investigate him? I'm going to investigate myself. It's like, what? Like, how is that going to turn out? We already know the fucking answer. If he's leading the investigation, look, I looked at all the evidence. I looked at some picture books and I'm innocent. Like no shit. Of course, the police are going to do the same thing. The only time they're not going to say that is when someone's caught and it's unequivocal and there's a huge public uproar. And then it was like, oh, these guys, not the organization wasn't flawed and bad. It was them. Out of a vacuum, they decided to be criminals and do bad shit. It's not the culture surrounding this. It's not the system surrounding this. It's just these dudes right here, this woman that did this.
Yeah,
they're bad. Everyone else is good, and we're all good. Let's proceed on. It's like, okay, right. Let's just proceed on with no accountability.
Gotta love it. Got to love it. That type of shit puts me in a fucking bad mood, man.
It does, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, all you can really do is just try to and increase the accountability on police. But I think it's one of those issues where it's like part of it is obviously having more surveillance on police activities. Part of it's oversight, but part of it's also training cops better, holding police officers to a higher standard. The standard right now is way too low in most places to become a cop.
Yes,
it's way too fucking low. And that's another issue.
Low.
Yeah, intentionally low. Yeah, and that's not acceptable. Like I'm not saying every police officer got to be a number one superstar person that is just like exceeds anything beyond the norm. But I mean, like it's basic things. Like if someone wants to be a cop with that power, I mean, like it should take them. It should be like a years long process, and there should be psychological screening. Like certain personality types, like you're a hothead, you shouldn't be a fucking cop.
Absolutely not.
I mean, like that's not someone you want. There's level-headed people that can use aggression and force when it's necessary, but it's not a necessary tool in most police encounters. That should actually be pretty rare. And most times we see the police do that, they're instigators of that kind of stuff. So you need people that are more level-headed. And it's not like that's so crazy to think. It's like if someone's a hothead, like I'm a hothead, I shouldn't be a cop. It's obvious. I would get pissed off. I would abuse my power almost certainly. Almost fucking certainly I would. Because I'm a person that sometimes my emotions get the better of me. And if I had a position like that, I would not make a good fucking choice for it. But here's the thing, I recognize that and say, that's not a good job for someone like me. But instead, there's people that have poor dispositions and temperaments to be cops. They're like, I'm great at that's me. I should be in charge of this shit. It's like, no, you shouldn't. Your ass should be doing something else.
You're the last person that should be in charge of this.
But isn't that kind of like the rub with it? Is that the people who are attracted to these career paths tend to be like that? They tend to be people that want to control what other people are doing. That's like the part of the appeal of it. Like we act
all
like
the
it's
more
like,
reason why there should be hefty fines and incredibly close scrutiny on these people. Because as soon as somebody, it's like the problem with policing is that when they act this way, they make it more dangerous for themselves out there. It's a self-defeating system. The communities that they police no longer have any kind of respect for them, because they've shown that they're not fair. They've shown time and time again that they lack basic fairness in dealing with people and level-headedness. And when your whole department acts that way to the community that it's supposed to be out there policing, the primary job of policing is supposed to be de-escalation.
Yeah.
That is supposed to be the primary directive of police. They even train them that way. They train them in de-escalation. But when they get out on the streets, look at this guy. Like, how was that a model of de-escalation with this dude in the car? You pulled the guy over for going 5 over, and you're standing there threatening to pepper spray him because he refuses to consent to a full search of his fucking car. Like, how is that de-escalation? How does that get you what you want? How does that make anybody around safer? It doesn't. It just straight out doesn't.
I just don't think they simply give a shit. I don't think they're trained to care. I think they're trained contrary to that. It's almost like you're going to a war zone every night in a lot of these places. Like, your job is to make it back, make it home. You got to make it home. Like, because if you hear that, like, that's something in police culture. You're like, got to make it home. Just got to make it home. So in their minds, the disproportional use of force is justified because there's a potential risk to police. And honestly, it's not even the most dangerous profession. If it was like far and away, if this was like fucking Detroit and RoboCop and cops are just being killed left and right, and they wanted to be like that, maybe I could understand it. Maybe that could even be like condoned in a way. It's like, wow, police are being just killed like every day, left and right, under siege from these crazy ass criminals in a system that doesn't support them at all. It's not like that. I think the only thing more disgusting than those actual police themselves, when I see people in these communities like I live in and other ones, just support this shit. And it's like, how can you look at all the evidence and fucking go and lick those fucking boots of these people when they're pieces of fucking human garbage that don't value human life?
Do you know when people like that change their minds? When a cop fucks them over.
Oh yeah,
when they get fucked over by a cop, then all of a sudden they wake up to it. And unfortunately, it's too late by that point. It's just a lack of common human empathy that makes people support shit like this. Because I guarantee you, if you were pulled over or your wife was pulled over doing fucking 5 over and the cop pepper sprayed her in the face, you would not sanction that type of fucking police work. But because it just never, they managed to dodge it, likely due to fucking white privilege or moneyed privilege or both, then they can't have the common empathy for people who are subjected to this type of fucking bullshit day in and day out. You can't see what a self-defeating cyclical system it is to have a whole community of people ghettoized, forced to live in low-income areas, and then policed by brutal fucking thugs.
Yeah,
like that doesn't engender any. It's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous, and the fact that it's going on as much as it is, even with all the recording devices, is just fucking shows you how widespread a problem it is. This is not just a few bad apples.
When you can get away with it, when you can, like, you know, people as a general rule, it's not, it doesn't really matter what you're talking about, will get away with whatever they think they can and whatever they credibly can get away with. Look at government employees with like what they spend on credit cards. Like, I'm going to buy an iPad. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. And we'll have these reports and we're like, man, look at all this government spending that was just wasteful or for personal use or for personal advantage. And you're like, okay, so what's going to happen to those people? And it's like, nothing.
Yep.
Wait a minute. What? Oh yeah, nothing's going to happen to them unless there's a big scandal. Then maybe something will happen to a couple people. But like, but shouldn't that like not happen? Like, shouldn't they not do that? Yeah, they probably shouldn't. But and that's the thing about America. No one really wants to see it because corruption is cool. It's like, and they don't want to say it, but that's really what it is. Like, if I stop your corruption, even as minuscule as it is compared to the real corruption, then we have to deal with actual corruption. So we can't do it. So it's like just tacitly you get away with it. Yeah, then we actually have to do something about it. And then we have to look into what I'm doing and how the government is pretty much fucking totally corrupted by corporations. That's a problem. So we'll just look the other way.
Pretty fucking hopeless. Yay. Is that a grease trap?
You know what it was? It was TJ's poetry, man. It put us in a dark space, Paul. Now you got to cleanse ourselves. I think that is a grease trap, though. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you on Friday.
We'll see you. Yeah, see you Friday. I guess what are we doing on Wednesday or Thursday this week?
I think it might be me, but let me see before we go real quick here. I'm looking at the calendar.
And we got to let you guys know what's upcoming for the rest of the week.
That's true. So this Wednesday, looking, I'm staring already. It's me. I've been missing it. I don't see what it is yet, but it's something. It's something on Wednesday.
Yeah, we've got something happening on Wednesday. Either well, we know it's not an abandoned hope.
It's not. So it's either going to be. Well, it's probably going to be. You're wrong or something. I'm pretty sure because Paul's had to fill in for me, so it's definitely going to be some with me. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to involve me. Maybe TJ, but definitely me. How about that?
Nice. So we'll see you guys there for that. See you on Friday for the Religious Hucksters Gauntlet. Have a good one. Love you all.
Bye, guys.